And hello, this is the recap from Mercury, which is, of course, our very own little recap, review, response to Mobile Suit Gundam, the Witch from Mercury. I am Scott. Joining me is Jabman025.
Hola, amigo.
Yeah, and this week we are brought to you by RightStuff.com. Yeah, and in particular, I'm just going to highlight their pre-order for the Gundam aerial robot Tamashii figure, which comes with a whole bunch of hands, a whole bunch of extra bits and bobs so that you can display the bits flying around. There is a link in the description so that you can, of course, buy it, and they know I sent you, and that'll help keep the lights on. Otherwise, we should get into this week's episode. In this case, it is If I Could Take One More Step Toward You, directed by Satoshi Toba and Shinya Wataba, who Satoshi you will know from Cowboy Goddamn Bebop, Divers Reride, Seed Destiny, and all the way back on Turn A. He did boards on Turn A. And Watada you will remember from Every Build Show, G-Reco, Double O, Age, T-Bolt, Unicorn, IBO, and he directed the Battle in Three Dimensions, which was the Blu-ray add-on for 8th MS Team that I really liked. And Yasuhiro Nakanashi wrote this episode. He, of course, wrote last week's episode. Ain't that something? So,
and pretty much all the episodes at this point.
No, Nakanashi's only done 2. It's Okuchi's
okay.
who's been the lead writer on this. So we open our episode with a flashback to before Suletta showed up. Ghoul is climbing the charts, taking his job seriously, and Shadiq can't commit as a boyfriend is basically the message. It's like, yeah, I mean, like, I dig you, but I'm not gonna, like, prove that I dig you by participating in the system that would let me marry you. A sign of commitment. I hear girls like commitment.
Yeah, the argument is, I really want to be with you. I really like you. I really, really want us to be together. But I'm not going to do the one thing that can actually accomplish that.
Yeah, it's just, I'm really interested in you, and I respect you, and we're going to start a company together and maybe, form other partnerships, but, like, that thing that I could just do. Like, he is also very good at Gundam fights, we are told. Just prove, literally, prove your love. God damn it, you moron.
I am really conflicted on this guy. It's like, he might just be the absolute master manipulator I think he is, or maybe he's telling the truth. And honestly, I don't know.
He is a 17-year-old boy. He is a 17-year-old boy. He's allowed to be a bit of a moron.
Agreed, but at the same time, he's got a lot of women around him doing basically whatever he wants, including my girl. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Nika be up to something. All right, so we then, after the opening credits, we jump back to the end of last episode where Shadiq had screwed the rules. He had just said, oh yeah, by the way, new companies founded by students can't do Gundams. They can't. New rule. All the old companies, they can do Gundams. How? What? Well, like, how is he allowed to change the rules is my question. And how did everyone else say, oh yeah, that's totally fair. Yeah, totally.
Because they're a bunch of racists to Earth House. They blame it right. I was like, yes, nobody cares about this because it's Earth House's thing, and nobody likes Earth House because everyone's racist towards Earth. I wrote, racist are jerks. I've told you this story, but I'm going to tell it here too. The best explanation I have of a racist. Years ago, I'm in a Denny's. I walk towards the front of the Denny's. I open the door for a little old man who's walking out. The little old man calls me a fat, ugly SOB. I'm like, I held the door. What? And he walks off, and he's grumpy and nasty. And I walk inside. There's a black guy holding the first door. He's like, whoa. That guy called me a stupid N-word. I thought he was a racist. Turns out he's just a dick. And I go, yeah, most racists are.
Yep. So Shadiq has a very simple plan to just get out of this rule he made up. It's a very simple plan. It's totally fair, totally reasonable. Absolutely
Yeah.
should do it. Which is that, oh hey, you just sign over the company to me. I'll let you run it, but it'll be my company. It'll be mine. And
Like
because it's an
straight
old,
up blackmail.
yeah, just blackmail, just blackmail. But fortunately, now the rules might be screwable, but the one rule that you can't screw with is that if you win a duel, you just get what you want.
Right.
So
It's like
Mirren
you
just
don't like the
challenges
rules.
him to a duel.
That is how the system works. Like you don't like the way things are set up, duel them, and things will be the way you want set up.
Yeah. So
That's basically the main rule.
yeah, and so Shadiq's like, well, okay, well, this is Grassley business, so it has to be a team duel, a thing we haven't heard of before, but I'll accept. It's a team. He's got a team of girls, the Grassley gals. They're all gunned up and ready to go. One of them just singles out Lilik, and it's like, no, you have to fight this too. And Lilik agrees. Like, this is not part of the dueling arrangement, but she's just like, no, I'll do that. She's gunned up. I like
Yeah,
Lilik. She's down to clown.
I like the league just because she like. I really thought there was going to be some deep backstory or some deep plot that goes with this. We'll get to it later.
Yeah.
No, there's not. There is
There's
not at
just
all.
it is nothing. It is so nothing.
What freaks me out is like, okay, team battle. On one side, we've got Shadiq and 5 highly trained pilots who at first I thought were like Paptimus Shiracos. They all got different suits. They're all different. They all have, they don't work as a team. They're just individuals who want to do what Shirako wants. This is the friggin' Shrike team. That's what this is.
Yeah,
This is
these
a
are
highly organized, highly trained assassins that work as a team.
yeah.
But on the other side, we've got one pilot and a bunch of mechanics, with
Well,
the exception
two
of Choo Choo.
pilots, two
Because Choo Choo,
pilots. Yeah,
one pilot, 3 mechanics, and Choo Choo, because she is more than a pilot. Her name is Choo Choo. You don't fuck with the Choo Choo. The name is
pain
the
train
Choo Choo.
coming. Pain train coming.
Last name the Choo Choo. First name don't fuck with.
All right, so Belmeria will send over some suits from Peel at least, so they don't have to make them out of garbage or I don't know, mortgage their houses to do that.
Well, they're rocking. One side's rocking advanced, super powerful suits, including Shadiq, who is rocking essentially a Zaku if it got transformed into Frieza from Dragon Ball Z. And the other side is
It's a
rocking
Turn
one
Gyan.
Gundam.
Looking at it, it's the Turn Gyan.
That's fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
Turn Aegeon is what it kind of looks like. Yeah. And on the other side, we've got Gundam, one dummy trainer, and basically things that look like they dug out of a museum.
I think these are just the standard working line off of PL. Like it's like these are basic. They're totally
Yeah,
simple.
but Choo Choo's still rocking the dummy trainer.
Yeah, she's got that's her demi trainer. It's tricked out. It's got extra rockets and a big gun.
Right.
All right, but they do have an out. They look at each other. It's like, look, we're all mechanics. We can't fly anything. Let's go ask around. So Suletta proceeds to jog around campus, just shouting, "Need get support, get support, get support."
Like Shinji's going, well, you can do that? What? Shinji from Ava is like, I should have been doing that the whole time.
Well, he's sitting on the train. Clearly, he's on the train, listening to his mini disc player, moping, and just sees her. Get support, get support, get support.
He's like, oh, well, that makes a lot more sense now. He gets up, off he goes. Yeah.
And she bumps into Guel, and she very, makes a point of just saying like, she straightens her back and just flat out asks, it's like, hey, would you join us? And Guel's like, no, I'm gonna take my dad's request seriously, so I'm not gonna do it.
I literally stood up and yelled at the TV, van down by the river. You realize where you are? Like,
So,
stop doing what Dad wants you to do.
while this
He put
conversation
you
is,
in a.
yeah,
Go ahead.
he just booted you into the woods. Yes,
Like,
he
dude, really?
really, absolutely. All right.
But
While
she
this is
says
going
the
on,
she. Go ahead.
Shadiq is once again giving Mirin yet another chance to surrender. And Mirin says no, because she's moving forward. Well, the whole time she's got like a pile of tomatoes. And it's like, all right. And there's literally one on one side and a pile on the other. And it's like, well, if I run away, I get one. But if I go forward, oh, I get all the tomatoes. Like, hey, symbolism, visual metaphor. So, anyway, that goes about pretty well. Shadiq turns around, runs into Soletta. Find support, guy. Find support. And, the fact that she can speak while jogging speaks to her level of fitness. That's really good. That's really good. You should try
You gotta be
shouting while
tough to live on
jogging.
Mercury. Yeah, I
And
do. It's with the dog. Charlie, slow down. Charlie, slow down.
exactly, exactly. So Shadiq then says like, "Hey, you know, you're gonna lose and everything's gonna go wrong for you." And Soletta once again straightens her back up, and it's like, "Nah, no, I think me and my wife are gonna do just fine."
No. Yeah, she has the one line that everyone on the internet kind of loves, like, "I'll trust in my bride."
Yep,
Like, okay, fine. Let's roll with that. Fine.
that's fine.
Uh, your gun, and then he says, "Your Gundam and your bride, I'll take them both." It's like, oof, here we go.
There we go.
If that ain't battle lines, I don't know what else is.
Them's the stakes.
So, then something else weird happened. The Earth House or Gundam Inc. tried to get the Ferris Act.
Ferris Act, yeah.
Whatever. Tried to get them, and they said, "No, we're not giving them to me." I'm like, didn't they just talk about last episode? They bought them out. Isn't that their suit now?
Yeah, and they can
the
just say it's out for maintenance and also cover for the fact that Elon 5 is not ready for field deployment. Because
Right,
real
I
Elon's
guess.
like,
I'm just
yeah,
saying.
can't do it.
Well, they're trying to get pilots, and then like the head of Earth House, apparently he's the head, and nobody told us. He's like, "Gundam's killed our pilots. Screw you. I'm not going."
Poor Marty.
Yes, then we get to actually see the team deploy, and I see their suits. The Shrike team, or whatever they're called in this thing,
I'm calling the Grassley Gals. They don't have a
the
name.
Grassy Gals, the Wing 2.0, I don't know. Those are some kick-ass suits, and
They
they
got
are
a look,
really
they
good.
got a vibe.
This is the Shrike team. That's what they are. I don't think that they're going to show up in bikinis and bazookas to distract Soletta, but honestly, I'm not going to put it past them either.
You know, again, this is the space lesbian show, so anything could happen.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think it'll happen, but I also don't think they're going to get vaporized by a beam saber. But you never know.
Yeah, you never know. So we get a little pre-flight banter from the Grassley Gals. Apparently, there's a no phones in the locker room rule. Don't know why. Then we see that the pilots that Earth House has been able to muster are just Earth House. They could not find anybody.
But like I said, most of Earth House is mechanics.
Yeah.
It's like think about a NASCAR analogy. If you put one of the guys who changes the tires into the car and had him race, could he do it? Yeah. Would he win? No.
And this is what we find out. They deploy, and everyone goes off, and the Grassley Gals just wreck everybody, just almost immediately. Shadiq makes a point of going after Choo Choo out the gate before she can do anything clever.
And Choo Choo holds her own for most of this fight in a dummy trainer against a high combat suit. I mean, she's basically got a pimped out dummy trainer against that high end suit, and she holds her own. More power to Choo Choo.
Yeah, again, pain train coming.
We get our plot that I was expecting from Lalique. Renee, one of the girls, comes up that was pissed at her, rolls up and said, my 12th backup boyfriend asked you out on a date. And she goes, yeah, and I turned him down. How dare you do that to my 12th backup boyfriend?
You mean
And Lalique is
what
like,
do you mean he's not good enough to steal from me? And just that
right.
moment of, how dare you steal my boyfriend? I turned him down. How dare you say he's not good enough to steal? And then lasered in the face.
It was 12th backup boyfriend. So you got to break up with 11 boys before you get to that point. And Lily can just, after she's been knocked out, it's like, what the hell was that?
Like she's just sitting there, sitting in the wreckage, just mildly perplexed about the whole situation. Not what she planned for the day.
Right. It's like, when I woke up this morning, this is not what I was expecting.
We then cut to a van down by the river, where, as it turns out that Jet Herc doesn't need Guel to participate in the dueling system anymore. He's invented, I don't know, some sort of worthless do-nothing junior VP position for him that he can just do and be a fail son like every rich kid. He's probably gonna be leading the synergy department any day, but which leads me to believe that Jet Herc has teamed up with Papa Grassley and the facelift grandmas to just murder Delling again. He's back to murder. He's back to murdering Delling and probably murdering Prospera, and that's how he's going to take over. And that is fine. That's fine.
Things are starting to speed up a little on that front. Yeah, the background characters are starting to move chess pieces around. But yeah, I was like, there's part of me like the duel's already going on, and he's sitting there watching, which we didn't mention this. One of the things that was put in the agreement is like, this duel has to be televised live across the solar system. Basically, we're going on Twitch.
Yeah.
And they're like, why?
Going live on Twitch, promo stream.
Yeah. We're going to prove that this will be the third major house we've taken out. And once we do, we're going to be on top of the world.
They also need to do another round of venture funding. They need to do another round of funding because they don't have enough money for anything.
Yeah, but Shadiq is like so confident he's going to win. He's like, sure, advertise it, knock yourself out.
So they're live worldwide. All the girls have different fan clubs. I really enjoy the different they show the different demos for all the girls.
If that ain't Gundam Wing, I don't know what is. But
yeah. Okay, so it turns out that Shadiq's suit, the Michaelis, has incoms. It's got wire-guided arm lasers. Very classic.
Yeah.
And what they also have is the whole team has the bubbles from the prologue. The bubbles that make the Gundarms not work. So it's just the Ariel's basic maneuvering, basic weapons, and just Suletta's skill. So she's like really on her back foot, jetting away, just trying to keep things at bay with the Vulcans, spraying a few beams. And she's just talking to herself and talking to Ariel. And she decides, okay, I'm in it to win it, which means I'm in it. So she does her thing. And apparently, as much as Ariel's been doing most of the work, this is not even Suletta's final form.
Right.
So she
like,
flips it on. She just
went
flips it
Super
on,
Saiyan, didn't she?
She just flips it on, and the bubbles fail. Prospera cries to see her girls working together to wreck everybody, I guess.
I've got a theory on that one. If you look right when the bubble tech goes off, that's the first time I've seen Prospera, I don't know if concerned, nervous, a little afraid. I think she did not know whether that was going to work, that antidote system. She was like, okay, either this is about to go really good or really bad. Because I'm guessing she never had a chance to actually test it real combat situation.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing the Grassleys are pretty tight on the antidote tech.
Right. But yeah, as soon as she sees it worked, she starts crying like, okay, We got him now.
And
And her,
boy, does
her,
she!
oh my God, this thing starts moving. She has already lost one arm. Like as soon as
She's
the
down
bubble
an
tech
arm
goes
and a
off,
leg.
she hadn't lost a leg yet, but she
Okay.
take a arm and then a shoulder, and then the other arm get the shoulder damaged. But it's still the armor is gone. The bits flat and form some kind of grid. I'm guessing that's a tracking system because it envelops the whole battlefield. And suddenly, Suletta knows where everyone is before they do. Like even one of the girls, she's like, she knows my moves, and then all of a sudden she does a cartwheel, spins around, and she's right in front of her, pointing the gun, and like, "You're some kind of freak!" Boom, dead.
Yep. Gone. So she aces all five in seconds. Just seconds. She's
Yeah,
doing weird fin funnel shield stuff that we have not seen the aerial do before. And it comes down to one on one, and Shadiq starts winning. He takes out a leg.
yeah.
He's got the arm going, and he does he does the villain thing. He pauses to monologue. And you know what
Right.
happens when you pause to monologue? The pain train leaves the station because Choo Choo one shots him because you put four engineers in mobile suits and they turned four wrecked mobile suits into one sniper position.
You know what they did? They kit bashed his ass.
They did. It was satisfying. It was good
And,
stuff.
and I love that quick zoom in. He's like, say, "You're toast now," and he starts monologuing. He's about to pull the trigger, then boom, and
Just,
boom, headshot. And I jumped out of the chair. Yes!
and it's
And
like
you see Choo Choo, and you see Choo Choo's the top half of her suit being held up by the other three parts of it in some horrible mishmash thing. And she
the
goes, "I
gun
told you
has
not to hurt her."
melted. The gun
Right.
has
The thing
melted.
had one shot at. Well, while she was going down, she took the gun, grabbed it by the barrel, and tried to use it as a baseball bat because of
Yep.
course she did.
Choo Choo gonna knock you
And
out.
right, Mama said, "Knock you out," and she blasts him, and she just has a great one-liner. She goes, "I told you, don't underestimate Earth House, dumbass." Which she
And
says
me,
"baka," which is a universal term for idiot, dumbass, stupid, whatever. That's the right subtitle. Well done,
the
guys.
localization will read dumbass.
Right. It's like that's how you do it.
That's how you do it. Mirin explains that she has also learned the value of teamwork. And
Yeah.
then we get Suletta popping out. You know, the winner tag hologram pops out. Whole world's watching this live stream, and she does an end zone dance.
Right. No, she drops an emote on him.
Yeah.
Like, and of course, it's the emote. Gundam. It can fly. It can dance. Ariel! I'm like,
She spent a whole day learning that dance move. She's got to make
I
it
guess,
count.
I guess I'm just like, really? You know what? I'm okay with that because that is going to show up in later video games, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's going to be her victory pose. Like in Super Robot Wars 10 years from
Come,
now, she'll blast him.
coming soon to
She's
Fork
going to say,
Knife. Coming to Fork Knife
for, right.
next
It
season.
can fly, it can dance, Ariel. Oh, that was beautiful. But yeah,
And
that was
we get one more
that
scene, little
was something.
coda, little bookmark, little bookend, where Shadiq and Mirin are back at the greenhouse, and it's like, oh yeah, I get it. I probably should have, done things to support you in the open months ago. And it's like, yeah, no kidding. Have a good day.
Yeah,
And
a
end
little too
credits.
late.
The end song is growing on me more than the opening, I will say.
I'm the other way around. I don't care for the end song that much, but the opening, it's fun.
It's fun.
And I may have said the exact opposite like a few weeks ago, but whatever. But two things that I wanted to get on. One, I don't know if I don't trust Shadiq at all. I think he's trying to manipulate her still. Even in Lost, he's trying to
Oh,
manipulate her.
well, now he's just going to fall back to whatever his dad's plan is, and whatever his dad's plan probably involves whatever's going on with Nika.
What? Oh, what is my girl Nika doing? What is she doing? Like, no, no, no.
She look,
Don't fall for
there
this.
there's some blackmail involved. There's some leverage. There's some badness. There's badness going on.
I don't know. I don't. This is not how I wanted her to go. No.
I know.
Oh dear.
Look.
Uh,
There are
what, what,
many other girls that you can like now.
yeah, I guess. But the other thing everyone's pointing out online is the Gundam's internal frame, psycho frame, whatever it is, has always been red, and it changed to blue so we can sell more kits. But everyone points out in the prologue, the little girl's face glowed blue with the stuff in her bones.
Yeah, yeah.
It
It's
turned blue.
yeah,
And Sulita is 100% not talking to, having a full conversation with the Gundam as this happens. We only hear one side of it. Like, she's like, I got this. You want to do this together? No, I think I've got this. Okay, let's go help. It's like, we're only hearing half it. And then the line that gets me is, this thing's literally doing cartwheels and flying all over God's green earth and moving so damn fast nobody can catch it. And she's like, oh, here? Okay. Like the Gundam is telling her, okay, there's one. Pop. There's another. Pop. Okay, we're over here now. Pop. And like this team who was wrecking everyone's shit like 10 minutes ago are just like, what just happened?
yeah. Just totally lost. Totally lost. And we are
Yet the Shadiq almost had her.
three episodes from the midpoint, so we got to escalate, and this is some good escalation.
Yeah, like I said, one thing I like about this show, I don't know where we're going next. I really don't.
I don't know, couldn't tell you, can't even guess.
I mean, based on general Gundam plot lines, I'd have ideas, but this show doesn't seem to be following many of those, to an extent anyway.
I mean, we might see it pivot to something more typical in the next, the second half, second quarter. We'll see.
Yeah. But like I said a few episodes ago, someone grabbed the rug. They still haven't pulled yet.
No,
What are they waiting for?
They're waiting for some. Well, they're waiting for literally us to be like, they're waiting for episode 12 and to just let us say, all right, well, we'll see you in 4 months. That's what they're waiting for.
Hang on to your butts.
Hang on to your butts. I think that will do it for this week. I will say thank you all for joining us in the chat. Thank you again. Reminder, we are on Twitter at Recap Mercury. We are on audio only. That'll come out Monday or so. Slightly better, slightly tighter. My taste in music added as well. And
he makes me sound coherent.
yeah, just we're all a little smarter. We're all a little smarter when I get the scissors out. I will also say thank you if you want to leave a rating somewhere, you want to leave a review somewhere, you want to, tell a friend about it. And again, we are sponsored by RightStuff.com, or in particular, the aerial robot Damashi. It's up for pre-order now. It'll be shipping at the end of January. And that just about does it, doesn't it? Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good one. See you next week.